Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Subodh Gupta in Mumbai's famous studio. And I am not standing in front of this giant mirror, what looks like a giant mirror, because I've fallen in love with my image, but that's because the entire art world, not just in India but globally, is in love or fascinated by the creator of this work. Subodh Gupta, welcome to Walk the Talk.
Thank you.
I know that to describe you merely as an installation artist will be an understatement. But for people like me who don't know any art, please explain to us what your art is and what your, how does your mind work and what is this?
So, honestly, art is nothing to describe. Art, like, is about the involvement. And when you see something, it's easily to understand too,
right,
in the same time. As long as you, but beauty is about art, कि every individual able to look at it in different perspective, different angles.
इसको जिनकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मूर्त इन देखी तैसी. So you perceive
that's the beauty about art.
God in terms of what you imagine about him.
तो ये काम जो हम लोग देख रहे हैं, so it's like a mirror. But when we are standing in front of mirror,
right,
and you're looking your self-image, and no interesting thing about the what's happening in today in the world, no, it's like this work is called unstruck, unhad, unhad. और
कबीर की एक लाइन भी है
अनहद गर्जे.
अनहद गर्जे. You mean when you have a noise without anything being seemingly struck.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
कि आप ढोलक के ऊपर आप स्ट्राइक नहीं करें फिर भी बूम आवाज आए.
फिर भी बूम आवाज आए और वो आवाज एक इनर आवाज है. वो ह्यूमन के अंदर के भी और संसार के अंदर.
Mirror image itself is very predictable.
Yeah,
you know what you're going to
absolutely,
see. But behind this lies unpredictability.
Absolutely. So.
So what happened there?
So exactly. So when you're looking at, like, we're destroying our own image.
You mean that was deliberate? It was not something that had gone wrong here?
No, it was deliberate, and every 3 minutes will happen like that. So basically, you will come and see yourself, and suddenly you will hear this sound, an unstruck sound, and
I'm so earth shaking. So what does unstruck sound mean?
It's like today the world we are living in it, and each time the kind of how the climate is changing, and more is climate changing, and the planet Earth, the way the shape is changing, and we are in many ways with a man-made disaster, as well as political disaster, as well as natural disaster.
So natural disaster is like the tsunami,
earthquake.
Political disaster
and political is Twin Tower.
Twin Tower.
Twin Tower, and the right now we are living in the world is political, this unstruck too, because without sound there is a sound.
So, such as what? Let's get into it. How do you see without sound a sound which marks political disaster in today's world?
Like the political leader of the big country, and the political leader, and the kind of the politician, the coming in the power.
You mean you're talking about Donald Trump?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm talking about Donald Trump, and I don't want to go into that today because that sound also involved, and that subconscious sounds. You're not ready for it, but you have to hear it and keep hearing it. And so we are living, we have to be, each time you put one step forward and you have to concentrate, really you put your foot on the planet Earth or you put somewhere else. So that kind of nervousness.
So every time you have a sense of predictability that everything is set, it's a globalized world, everything is on Google, right? I'm on Facebook, everybody on Facebook loves me, right? And suddenly you don't know what will happen.
Absolutely.
Good or bad.
Good or bad.
That
good
will be completely
bad.
unpredictable.
Good or bad. Maybe it was happening before too, I have no idea, but the time I'm living right now, I feel it that way, and this work is about...
and you will fill this hall with these mirrors.
We'll fill this, this will be all mirror, and this is a very minimal sculpture in this room with this particular work. It's called Birth of the Star, and when you see this...
Explain this to us, Birth of the Star.
So, like whole planet Earth, the way all the Earth, the form, all the planet, the way form, and it's a Big Bang theory basically. But how the things collide and get destroyed and something get born. And I like that fiction. I like that reality fiction of the universe. And I'm getting more and more influence about that. So you will see in this particular show is more and more work about I'm talking about the universe.
And in your case, even if it's planets colliding, they have to be burthens, they have to be vessels, two utensils.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So these are like two giant lotas.
Two giant lota, giant lota, absolutely.
And if I may ask you a dumb question, you use electronics to make that vibration and sound?
Yes, but the sound of I did not put the speaker in it.
Right.
The sound of the
it's from the metal.
Yeah, sound of the seat itself. But I did put mechanism to how the seat going to vibrate.
So just to give it a shock.
Just to give it.
And that's symbolic too, because when there's a shock, you don't know what vibrations you will get where.
It's very conceptual and minimal work. This
right.
Bit,
right. You are a creative person. Creative people. Artists, well, okay. I'm quite happy to take it. Some are more creative than others. So artists tend to have thinking, political minds, questioning minds. And you are from Bihar, right? Everybody in Bihar is a political pundit. What is your politics? I know that you think very deeply about politics, and your art has also evolved over time with political and philosophical change in the world.
One thing really struck me and also gave me a feeling of proudness being a Bihari, because today I'm an artist, and this whole country, I'm not artist only from Bihar now. I want to be artist of this planet, and I wanted to make my family of this planet. So my home is planet Earth. In that way, I look at it in that perspective as an artist. So how the things travel, how I'm Bihari, how they travel, and I want to be, not just to be, but no doubt about it, living in this country, since I'm an artist for the last 30 years, I haven't seen कि एक भी समकालीन कला दीर्घा अगर सरकार की तरफ से बनी हो, चाहे एक भी नया ओपेरा हाउस हो, एक भी नया आर्किटेक्ट हो.
So not one contemporary art gallery has been opened by the government or patronized by the government.
Or not only the gallery, not opera, not theater. एक नई theater भी नहीं बनी है. एक नया architects का form भी नहीं बना है. जब when we talk about Mohenjo-daro, Harappa और हमारे history की बात करते हैं, because there was something very vast culturally done architects with the human. Without art and culture, we don't survive. We have nothing to express. And one thing Bihar did it, where I wanted to come back to Bihar. Bihar opened the Museum of Contemporary Art today in Patna, and by the government, and that's the only thing happen in this country. So that's make me proud, no doubt about it.
So, so you are saying again that for many decades now, state in India has not patronized or helped build a gallery of contemporary art, theater, opera, music,
opera house, or एक नया architect. That's make the country and the today. I wanted to take my daughter. I want to take my son. Come on, I want to show you today this theater, this new artist. Where I will go? No place like that. बहुत एक दो प्राइवेट जगह हैं और जो हम प्राइवेट इंटरटेनमेंट करते हैं, दैट्स नॉट एनफ for this a huge country where the population, and when we talk about the money, we talk about the changing, we talk about many other things. We need to not only, we too much involved in the politics rather than something else, and that's sad part of this country.
So tell us about your childhood a little bit. I know that your fans know all about it, but this will go to millions more than people who know you intimately.
I told this story many times,
yes,
so I don't want to repeat it again.
Give us a short version.
I'm the railway boy.
Absolutely, like MS Dhoni.
My father was in railway, is no more. My two brothers in the railway. My brother-in-law in the railway, and I grew up in the railway colony where I saw the railway engine from childhood. So I feel so close to the railway, and yeah, so I call it myself railway boy in that way. And I grew up there. I studied there.
In a village called Khagol.
Village called Khagol, and I studied in Patna Art School, and Patna University both. So yeah.
In fact, most people will be surprised that Patna has an art school, and an art school that produces real artistic talent.
It's surprised me too sometime too, but that's the thing. So पहले मुझे नहीं पता था कि मैं आर्ट करूँगा. हाँ, तो मैं एक नॉर्मल कॉलेज में गया स्कूल करने के बाद. पेरेंट्स nobody advised how the middle class India works, you know that.
डॉक्टर बनिए, इंजीनियर बनिए.
So nobody advised me, and then I went to college. I did the principal Hindi, psychology, history, and after studying for 3 years, then I felt myself what I'm up to, and I did theater. And while doing theater, I thought ki something I want to in the different world, and that's how I'm making theater posters. Somebody asked me, "You make good poster, why not go art school?" And here I am. So definitely how the journey is involved.
That's a bit of a M.F. Hussain beginning. He did film posters.
Yeah.
You started theater posters.
And you will see in my work is like when you see the sound, when you see the light, it's kind of
theatricality
in my work.
So what did you do in theater?
I did everything. I did the makeup, I did the acting, I did the stage design, I made the poster. Even we post the poster in the outside of the street. We went in the midnight and we put our poster.
So what was the favorite character you played in theater?
Oh, that time some very little character I used to get because I was not such a good actor. Right. Definitely.
But
so I worked as a student. I worked as a mad boy. And but a small one-act play, we used to do it, and a small, like, we did it many play. I remember one play called Monkey Paj, Bandar Ka Panja, and I played some colonel role in that.
Do you remember any scene out of that? Can you reenact it? No. So you left theatre behind?
Yeah, I left completely the theatre
And
behind.
when did you discover the bartan, the utensil? I know that you told that story to your art audiences many times, but this is not an art audience.
I love cooking, and I'm very fascinated about the food. And that's why you will see most of the work on how the foods travel in my work, and how I found my universe in many aspects, many things in that way. So one day, I was in my kitchen, and I came, and I wanted to cook my lunch, and looking those utensils, and stainless steel pots and pan, and I just start talking to them. Feel like, okay, I stopped making cooking, but I'm thinking, who are you? Something is happening.
Who are you? Not what are you?
No, who are you? And something start happening, and we have a conversation.
So you talk to a kadhai and say, who are you?
Yeah,
but once again, not what are you? तुम क्या चीज़ हो? तुम कौन हो?
हाँ, तुम कौन हो? उसने बोला तुम कौन हो? और सवाल
As if it's a living being.
Yeah, तुम कौन हो? He asked me, who are you? And then we somehow start conversation, and it's an internal conversation.
हमारे part of the country में बोलेंगे तुम कौन हो? मैं ढक्कन हूँ. ऐसे बोलते ना.
और पूरे बर्तन को मैं किचन से उठा लिया. अच्छा. ला के अपने ड्राइंग रूम में रख दिया. उस समय उसी घर में स्टूडियो होता था, उसी किचन में.
किसी ने पगला बोला?
किसी ने देखा ही नहीं जब मैं ये कर रहा था. अच्छा.